Blog Talk Radio.
shine bright like a diamond. 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 Hey! Beautiful like diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
What's good, Bully World? This is Zeb. I'm your host of Bully Talk with Zeb Pitts, and today, midday show, we got the Junior Handler Takeover. I got three special guests coming on at the midday hour. We have Destiny Meyer. She's currently the #1 ranked ABKC Junior Handler. My second guest in the midday is YUMOHJAH FULMORE. He was the #1 ranked ABKC Junior Handler for 2012, #2 in 2013. And my third guest is Victoria Murphy. She was the ABKC Nationals Junior Handler winner. Let's bring on all my guests tonight on the midday show.
Can you hear me?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up? Good. What's up?
So we have Destiny on the line, we have YUMOHJAH on the line, and we have Victoria on the line. Off the bat, we're going to start. First question we're going to go with Destiny. When did you get started? Can you hear me, Destiny?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. When did you get started handling?
I started showing in 2012.
And what got you into handling?
Before dogs, I showed rabbits, and I've been showing rabbits for about 5 years, and I broke my left ankle. And after that, I couldn't take care of my rabbits anymore, so I wanted something different. And I finally convinced my grandmother to let me get a bully. And after that, it's been, ever since that, I've going. At the end of 2012, I ranked in #10. At the end of 2013, I ranked in #4. And then right now, I'm holding #1.
YUMOHJAH, when did you get started? When did you get started?
My first junior handler ever was upstate New York show, and I was being trained by Put Me in the Great.
How did it feel? Yeah, how did it feel to end the 2012 season as the #1 ranked junior handler?
It felt good because back then that's when I was really into it, and I used to go to every dog show just to try to get my points up.
How did it feel to fall short in 2013?
I wasn't so happy, but then I realized that junior handler wasn't for me anymore, and I wanted to do a regular show.
Now, Victoria, you were the ABKC Nationals junior handler winner. How did that feel?
It felt pretty good, I guess, like a sense of accomplishment.
Now, when did you get started as far as handling with the dogs?
I think my first show was 2011, I think, when my parents hosted their first show.
Then why y'all get into this particular breed of dogs with the bullies? Was it something because your parents went to and you fell in love with the breed? Why did you all get into it? We're going to start the question off with Destiny.
Well, I had always loved the American Pit Bull Terrier in general, but my grandmother never really liked them. She was, I guess you'd say, afraid of them. And so when I saw the American Bully, my dad introduced me to them, and I fell in love at first sight. So, I sat my grandmother down, and I just talked to her about them. I finally convinced her to get me one. So ever since then, I've just been in love, the bully fever.
Now, YUMOHJAH, me and you met for the first time at the Allentown show when you had the One Drop daughter. And I guess during that time you were, during that time you were really getting into, I guess, the pick up the whole junior handler situation.
Mhm.
Now, because you said currently right now you pretty much are not campaigning anymore with the junior handlers. You're actually moving up, correct?
Yeah, I'm training Shorty Bulls right now. My dog JoJo. He's lazy, but I still have to work with him.
Now, Victoria, what about yourself? Are you still currently? Because I know it's probably harder now with because your father does professional fishing. Are you still able to get out to the shows like you want?
Not really. It depends on my mom's work schedule or whether Bugatti's owners want to go to a show. Because if they want to go, then I have to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Let's talk about life. Let's start the question off with YUMOHJAH this time. What exactly you want to do with yourself?
Wait, can you repeat that?
I asked the question, what exactly, we're going to talk about life right now. I wanted to ask, what do you plan to do with your life? What do you want to be?
I want to go to college and be a veterinarian.
What about yourself, Victoria?
I want to go to college for either architecture or for teaching.
Or teaching?
Nice.
Yeah, or architecture.
Oh, okay. What about yourself, Destiny?
After I'm homeschooled, so after I turn 16 and get my GED, and I want to become an ABKC judge.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Have you talked to the office about that yet? Or do they know of your plans of wanting to do that?
I have not talked to the ABKC office yet, but I have talked to Mr. Rolando Mata. And he said once I turn 18 and I can travel on airplanes by myself, then I can try to achieve becoming an ABKC judge.
Now, question for all three. What grade are you currently in, Victoria?
Going into 9th grade.
9th grade. What about yourself, YUMOHJAH?
I'm going into 11th.
And Destiny?
I'm in 8th. I'm going into 8th.
And let's talk about teens and peer pressure. Talk, Destiny, this question's for you to start out. Talk about life growing up. Where you originally from and where you located now, and talk about life growing up there.
I'm located in Gulfport, Mississippi, and I've been here ever since I was a little girl. I haven't had much trouble with peer pressure because I've always just kind of stuck to myself. But I have dealt with a lot of bullying. That is why I'm currently homeschooled.
Can you elaborate more on the bullying? Like what are some of the things that you've dealt with as far as with bullying?
I've always been big, and if anyone's seen me, they know I'm a big girl, and so that's just everybody got me on my weight, and I wasn't paying any attention to it until I got into the 7th grade, and then it really kind of hit me because I was all the time by myself, and it's just having no one to back me up really got to me.
How did that make you feel during that time?
I really don't know how to explain it. I just felt like none of the kids that was in my grade really wanted me around them, and so I finally broke down and just told my mom that I couldn't go back to school.
That's why you're currently homeschooled right now?
Yes, sir.
Does it ever do you ever get sad that you aren't able to go to the regular school with the kids because of some of the stupidity of a few kids?
Not really. I enjoy being at home. I enjoy being with my family, and most of all, I enjoy being with my dogs. I can put extra time on the puppies that need to be trained, while still being able to do my schoolwork over the computer. I think it's playing out really nice for me.
Okay. What about you, Victoria? Where are you originally from, and where are you staying currently?
Right now, I'm in Sound Beach, New York. I've been here since I was born. And, yeah.
Talk about life in the city and the pressures of just being a teenager in the city.
It's kind of weird because there's a lot of people walking around all the time, and sometimes they'll go up to you and you have to walk away from them, and it's kind of scary, but you get used to it after a while.
Do you see a lot of peer pressure in your area and bullying?
Yeah, but not with me, but with my friends and other people in my school.
How does it make you feel when you see the bullying going on?
It makes me feel like kind of upset for them because I don't know what they're going through, and that really sucks because they have no one who really knows what they're going through, so they're just all alone.
Now, YUMOHJAH, where are you originally from, and where are you staying now?
Long Island, New York. Well, Central New York.
Now, as what are some of the pressures that you see, and do you see a lot of the bullying?
I see in high school. I see a lot of peer pressure between like the freshmen and stuff like that because they don't know what to do, so they like follow the older kids and then they get into bad things.
So you would say you would actually probably see a lot in high school.
Yeah, I see peer pressure all the time, but I don't really see any peer pressure with me because I'm me and I do what I want.
Well,
I don't I won't like.
No, I was going to say for all three, what keeps you out of trouble? We'll start off with Victoria this time.
What keeps me out of trouble is dog shows, sports, and my family, pretty much.
What sports do you currently play?
I play field hockey, basketball, and I run track.
What's your favorite?
Probably between field hockey and basketball.
Do you see yourself in college playing ball, or just on the high school level?
To be honest, I could see myself getting into college for track, but that's
are there schools that you're currently looking at that you would hopefully like to go?
Not yet. I've been leaning towards Spelman, but I'm going to see what else is out there.
Oh, okay. Now, what about yourself, Destiny?
My dog shows and my family keep me out of trouble. Plus, like I said, I stick to myself, so I really don't have to worry about getting into trouble. But with me being homeschooled, the agreement within my family was that I had to continue doing homeschool till I turned 16 and get my GED, or I wouldn't be able to do my dog shows. So my school, my family, and my dog shows pretty much keep me out of trouble.
Now, you say you've had conversations with Mr. Ramos, correct?
Mr. Rolando.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rolando Mata. Now, what's some advice he gave you?
He told me to keep pushing towards what I was doing and not let it slip away from me because I really do travel a lot, and so he just told me to keep pushing towards what I'm trying to do, and my goal is to try to become the youngest ABKC judge, so I want to keep trying to pushing towards that.
Question for all three. Is there a specific registry that you only deal with, or do you plan on trying to expand and broaden your horizons by trying out the different registries just to get a feel of the different competitions out there? Start off with YUMOHJAH with that one.
Well, to be honest, I prefer ABKC. I've been with them since day one, so that's what I'm gonna stay with. But I'll go to like an RKC show. I'll go there. Like I'm going to the RKC Nationals in I think October, and my mom wanted me to do junior, so I'm gonna do it to support RKC. But I'd rather do a show in ABKC.
Explain. Explain why, YUMOHJAH.
I don't know. It's just because like I'm used to them. I'm used to seeing the judges, and I've been with them since we started doing shows. So no point in changing now.
What about you, Victoria?
Same as well. I prefer ABKC, but I would like to broaden my horizons and try other shows. But it depends on what my parents let me do.
Okay. And what about yourself, Destiny?
I prefer ABKC just because ABKC is an amazing registry, and that is what I started out with. And ABKC accepts anyone with open arms, and they're just a family registry. They accept anyone and everyone who wants to come in. But in the future, I would try UKC just to get the feel of a different registry. But for right now, I'm definitely sticking with ABKC.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to hear that you're able to have an open mind to try out the different registries. Because like you said, you spoke talking to Destiny right now. You spoke with Rolando Mata, and he actually judges in the UKC. So it's good just to try different registries just to get a feel of the competition and just to better your skills at what you do. That's just a little advice. Hey, let me ask you this question is for everyone again. What's the toughest thing that you had to deal with in your life up to this point? And we'll start off with Victoria with this one.
The hardest thing I'd had to deal with in my life, I guess that would have to be dealing with just my friends and my family problems and stuff.
When you say that, is it really hard to talk to parents when you're going through something, or is it easy for you to talk to your parents, or do you find that adults really don't understand what teenagers have to go through today?
I feel like I can talk to them about some things, but some things I'd rather talk to my friends about because they understand. Because it's not the same as when my parents were kids nowadays. Now it's a totally different ballgame.
How do you feel it's a different ballgame? Why do you say that?
Because I feel like nowadays everyone's trying to grow up more, be more adult-like, trying to be on their own, trying to act tough and cool and stuff. Like many people that I know don't focus on schoolwork. All they want to do is hang out, play around, do bad things that they shouldn't be doing. And Mom used to tell me back in the day, school was cool.
What about yourself with that question, YUMOHJAH?
Well, one of the hardest points in my life was when my grandfather passed away last year.
How tough was that for you?
It was really tough because I was used to my grandfather always being around. Me going to my grandfather's house on the weekend to visit him, and now I can't even do that anymore. Like, sucks.
Were you able to, talk to someone when you were going through your hard times with the loss of your grandfather?
No, I didn't even talk to anybody. I kept it to myself, and that's what I messed up. Cause like I didn't get to tell anybody how I felt and anything. I just kept it to myself.
Are you starting to deal with it better now, or are you still really going through it?
And this was around when I was like when it first happened, like around those couple of months. But it's been a year now, so like I still care, miss him and everything, but like it's okay now.
Are
He
some days
was
tougher?
old. He was, huh?
No, I was gonna say, are some days tougher than others?
No, not anymore though.
Okay.
Like some days I would just like cry because I missed him, but not anymore. Like if I think about him or something like in that type of way, I might cry.
What about your self-destiny?
I think the hardest point in my life was when I broke my ankle because I wasn't mobile for close to 8 months. I was in a wheelchair, and then after that I was still in a wheelchair with a walking boot, and I really couldn't do anything but stay inside the house. And that really got to me because I couldn't go outside. I really couldn't see anything without being in a wheelchair. And so it kind of broke me down. I got real upset, and the pain really got to me.
How did you break your ankle?
I just rescued a pit bull mix from a friend of mine, and I was out in the yard after it had rained, and I was running, and I slipped and went up in the air and came back down on my ankle and just crushed everything in my ankle.
Oh, wow. How long was the process to recovery?
I was in a cast for about 5 or 6 months, and then I went into a walking boot, and that I was in the walking boot for everywhere from a month to 2 months, and I had to reteach myself how to walk, and that was really hard.
Oh, wow. Next question for all three again, and we're going to start this one out with YUMOHJAH. Growing up in the city, man, I know it got to be a lot of pressure, the pressures of drugs, the pressures of drugs and alcohol. How do you find that a lot among teenagers? Just from what you see and with the glorification of it in the videos, everybody smoking weed and drinking, do you see that a lot?
Yeah, a lot of teenagers do it now, as I've seen in high school and stuff like that.
Well, what's your thoughts on that?
I believe that's all around. That's everywhere, not just in New York. I think that's teens. I don't know. That's peer pressure right there.
I'm quite sure you probably have friends that probably smoke and drink. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I like my friends they'll drink at a party or something, but like the people I chill around, they wouldn't do it like that. But I know people who do it all the time. Drunk people no.
What about yourself, Victoria?
I actually have a lot of friends who do drugs and do drink alcohol, and they try, we'll be at a party and they'll try to get me to do that stuff. I rather not because I don't want to ruin my life, because I have more to come for me, so I'd rather not ruin it now.
What about your self-destiny?
I don't live in the city. I'm more on the back roads, and just so around here we all know each other. And I've never really dealt with people doing drugs around me, but I have with doing alcohol. My stepbrother drinks a lot of alcohol, but now we're really not on speaking terms anymore, so I really don't know what he's doing with his life. But as for when I was going to school, I seen a lot of kids that would come to school talking about how that they get high at parties and just whatever, just trying to talk to me about it. And I really had nothing to say to them because I try to stay on the clean path so I don't do anything that is illegal or could get me in trouble down the road. I do have a friend that has smoked and drank, and she is a year younger than me, and she's only 12, and I do not agree with that whatsoever, so I cut her off completely from my life because I have too much going for me to ruin it with a bunch of kids that don't know what they're doing.
Question for all three, and we'll start out with the Destiny this time. What are some things that that adults can do to relate to today's kids, to understand what they're going through, and to understand what a teenage life is like today? What can they do to help that in that process, and and to make it possible for adults to be able to talk to their kids about anything? What you think on they can do to change that? And we'll start with Destiny.
Pay more attention. I know a lot of adults don't pay attention to their kids, and then when it comes time that their kid needs to talk to them about something, they really don't have anything to say because they haven't been paying attention to their kids. So I think if they paid a little bit more attention and sat their kids down and talked a little bit more, that they would know how to handle problems when it came up without having to tell their kid that they need to go talk to one of their friends or whatever because they don't know what to say. They need to pay a lot of more attention. A lot of kids today's parents don't really care what they're doing, and so by them, the parents not caring, when it comes time for them to do something, they don't know how to handle it. So I think if they paid more attention and listened and watched a little bit more, that it could really help.
What about yourself on this one, YUMOHJAH?
Yeah, like Destiny said, if our parents paid more attention to what we're doing and our problems, we would know how to confront them when it's time.
To elaborate on that, do you feel that they're talking at you more than talking to you? Do you feel that way?
No, not at all.
Well, what about yourself with this one, Victoria?
I agree with what Destiny said, and I feel like they should just try to step into our shoes and try to imagine what we're going through so they can listen and understand us more than just yelling at us saying that we're just crazy or something, or just, you know.
Now, this question for you, YUMOHJAH, and just let me know at any time when you got to leave because I know you got work today. being in the city and being a black man, I'm just gonna say it like that. Have you ever been confronted by the police?
No.
Have you seen anything like that, Victoria?
Actually, yeah. Me and my friends were having a bonfire at the beach, and so we put it out because it was getting late and stuff. So we were on our way back to their house, and some high schoolers, they got in trouble because they were smoking weed and drinking, and we were like a good half a mile away from the bonfire, and the police decided to come to us and ask us if we were at the party. So we were obviously younger, and we were all the way at the other end of the beach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Come on now.
Question for all three. In today's society, with social media, YouTube, the world has come basically closer together. You can talk to somebody from here to Spain to Africa, all around. What? This is for all three again. What's your thoughts on race relations and relationships with people of other races. And we'll start with Destiny with this one.
The way I see it is underneath everyone is just about the same, so I don't judge anyone by their color, because some of some great friends are black people, but so I have a problem with that, because deep down underneath everyone, everyone's the same, and I really don't think that people should judge other people by the color of their skin, because we are all just the same. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I think what I think is just everyone's the same.
And your thoughts on that, Victoria?
I don't judge people by their race, their skin color, their beliefs, their religions. I judge them on what they bring to the table, what they do, their personalities and stuff. But I know people do judge people for their religion, backgrounds, cultural, everything, color, skin.
What about you,
nothing I can really do about it.
What about you, YUMOHJAH?
Oh, yeah. I don't judge people. Not at all. I'm not racist. I'm not a stereotype. Like, I grew up with a minority, Caucasians, and I grew up with Spanish, Latino, all that. Yeah.
Because just to relate it to the dog world, in the dog world, in the bully community, you see all races and nationalities.
All races.
So, and seeing everyone coming together for the love of the breed. And for all three, do you see yourselves showing as adults once your high school year is up? Do you see yourselves also showing dogs once you become adults? For all three, starting off with definitely Destiny. I'll start off with you, since you say you want to be an ABKC judge.
Just after I get my GED, I will continue to show dogs, because I don't think I could replace showing my dogs anything else. The love for my dogs right now is pretty much unbreakable. I don't think I could venture off from my dogs at any point in time.
Are you also do you also breed dogs, Destiny?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, what's that like, and who's your mentor as far as breeding?
I really, really like Mr. Ron Ramos's dogs, so I guess I'm pushing towards what he has done for the bully community, and just for the simple fact he has amazing dogs. I actually own one of his productions, thanks to Lori Richardson and Brandon Richardson. I own Champion Kick It Up a Notch, and a.k.a. Pepper, and she was produced by him. And I just absolutely love his dogs. So I see myself moving towards the type of dogs that he has in shows, more of the classic. And I really don't like pockets, I guess you'd say, just because I want something that's more athletic and just has dogs that are overall just gorgeous. So I think he'd be my mentor.
What about you with this question, YUMOHJAH?
Can you repeat the question? Because
the question was, do you see yourself handling as an adult? I'm quite sure the answer is probably yes, because you said you're now moving from the junior handlers over to competing against the adults. Do you also breed also? Are you also part of the helping your father out with the breeding?
Yeah. When my dad's doing the breeding, I will help him. Yeah, I'll help him do it. And sometimes because he knows how to AI, so when he does that, he needs me to help him sometimes.
What about yourself?
But yeah, I have a male still. But I never actually bred him to anybody, because I don't have a female, and I don't want to breed to anyone else.
What about that question, Victoria?
I actually do see myself showing when I get older, and I would like to get my kids into it because that helped me a lot, get out of trouble and stuff. So I do see myself showing and my children showing when I get older.
Oh, you scared me for a minute. I was like, what, kid? Okay, yeah, kids, nowhere in the future, nowhere near. Yeah, you caught me off guard with that. Oh, let me ask for all three. What's the style of dog that you like most out right now? Like, what are you into? Start the question off with YUMOHJAH this time.
I prefer pocket or standard.
Pocket or standard.
And shorty bulls. I love shorty bulls.
Hey man, yeah, y'all got a bad shorty bull over there with that Hulk smash, man.
Oh, Hulk, Benji.
Benji, yeah.
Yeah, I love Benji. I don't know, he's like weird, like he's mad freaky. He's like mad cut up. He's cut up. His muscle structure is nice. He's short, compact, everything, nice head. Something about that dog.
What about yourself, Victoria?
I like standard dogs, to be honest, and I also like the smaller dogs like Pocket and Frenchies and all that stuff.
And Destiny. I think you already answered that, but you can go ahead and elaborate on it.
I like the classics. I love their look, and I also like a standard, nice clean standard. But overall, I do prefer classics.
Now let me ask y'all. I know I'm quite sure y'all probably hear about the adults and the debates about the exotics and micros. What are your thoughts about that? We're gonna start off with Victoria. What's your thoughts about the exotic breed and the micros?
My thoughts are just, I don't really know because I don't really have any exotic dogs or any of those type of dogs. So I would have to be around them more to have my own opinion.
Okay. What about yourself, Destiny, with this one?
Me personally, I do not like exotics. And I really can't explain it. I just don't like them. But if the people that are breeding them, if they have a vision that they're wanting to create, as long as they and they're not an American bully, and like the Bahama Bull, people are taking the American bully and breeding it to English bulldogs or Frenchies. All right, whatever. That is nice. You are saying that they are Brahma bulls. You're not saying they're American bullies. That I'm okay with that, but when people start breeding their American bullies to Frenchies or Englishes, but are still trying to register them as American bullies, they overall, in my opinion, are hurting the ABKC in general, because people are seeing these exotics rather than seeing the American bully breed itself, but they're still calling them American bullies. So I think they need to classify them as a Brahma bull or that they are mixed.
And your thoughts on that, YUMOHJAH?
I actually like exotics. I feel like
I figure you say. But y'all got a nice.
They're bringing another breed into the American the ABKC. So I say do it. I approve of exotic. I would actually want one.
Now, let me ask you this, YUMOHJAH. Do you feel they should not call it American Bully and call it a different name?
Yeah, I don't think it should be called the American Bully, though, because it's definitely not.
Okay. Question for all three
I agree with Destiny. You agree with
that?
Yes.
Okay. Question for all three. What are your thoughts of the bully community on a whole? What are your thoughts about it? Starting off with YUMOHJAH this time.
I love the bully community. Well, sometimes people don't get along, But then they do. And it all comes down to we're all family in this community. And, yeah.
And your thoughts on that, Destiny?
I love the bully community. Everybody's welcoming, and you can bring kids to the shows. It's just overall, the bully community is welcoming. They don't push anybody away. Not a lot of people are stuck up, and they just welcome everybody. I love the bully community. I don't think that I could ever say anything different.
What about yourself, Victoria?
I have to say, in my few years of being in the bully community, I do consider them my second family because they're always there for you, but there is some drama like any other family you can ever think of. You know, people get into fights, people stop talking, all that stuff, but at the end of the day, everyone's just one big happy family, and we enjoy the breed and stuff.
You made me think about something when you said, let me ask all three your thoughts on this. How do you feel about drinking at shows and people smoking at shows? Well, among adults that you see that. What are your thoughts on that, especially when you have younger kids there and can be influenced by the things that adults do? How does that make you feel when you see the drinking going on or have you seen drinking going on at dog shows before and smoking of weed? Starting off with Victoria this time. Starting off with Victoria this time. Oh, might have lost Victoria. YUMOHJAH?
Yeah. I really don't see a lot of people drinking except for at a particular show. But I really don't see anybody smoking. But I might see somebody with a beer or two, but not a lot of people. But only at one particular show.
Oh, okay. Well, what about yourself, Destiny?
In my opinion, if the people that are smoking or drinking, if they can control how much that they drink or smoke, it really doesn't bother me. But when it gets to the point that people are starting to fight because they're so drunk they can barely walk, then that really shouldn't be brought around little kids. But if they can control it and only have a couple of beers, or so just so they they feel better or whatever, just to have fun, okay. But like I said, when they get to the point that they can barely walk, then I think the host should ask them to leave, because then I think they are endangering the children, because they could do something stupid, and that I just don't think that should be around the kids. But if they can control how much they drink, I think it'd be much better if they knew their limits.
Oh, okay. Now, what about that? The question on that, Victoria. We got you back now.
Sorry, my phone died. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What are your thoughts on adults drinking and smoking at shows?
I actually find it wrong because there are children around. There could be dangerous acts when you're drinking. But I also feel like instead of kennels bringing their own drinks at shows, if they want to, they should serve their own drinks so they can have a 1 drink maximum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a 1 or 2 drink maximum, because either way, people are going to bring their own drinks. You know, they're adults, they can do what they pretty much want. But I feel like it'd be good to have that option for them so they can control their drinking habits and be safe around children.
Question for all three. What could registries do or show hosts do to better the event for the teenagers and kids coming out to the show? And did you have any ideas that you thought could make the bully shows better? And we'll start off with YUMOHJAH this time.
All right. I think that the ABKC or any registry that's having a show should have more fun shows. You rarely see fun shows and stuff, and if you do, you won't get like anything good. Like I want to see biggest head, biggest chest, stack off. What else? Best Gotti, best Razor's Edge. Like those, that gets people more into it. Like some people don't want to go to show. Some people might want to go just because their dog has a big head.
And they know they can't fit the standards of to try to win a ribbon, but you think they could do good in a fun show like that?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
And there's more events and make it fun, like stuff like that. Because I like to see stack offs. I love stack offs.
What about yourself with this one, Destiny?
I think the ABKC, like he said, could bring more fun shows to the events just to make it a little bit more interesting, because not everybody's dog is trained to the point they can put it in the ABKC ring. So I think if they brought more fun shows, definitely a lot of more people would show up just to get the practice for their dogs. And I love seeing the stack-offs. I train most of my dogs to where they won't move, and then I could put them in the stack-off shows. But I really don't see a lot of stack-offs, so I would really like to see that brought into the ABKC much more.
What about yourself with this question, Victoria?
I agree with YUMOHJAH and Destiny about having more fun shows that bring a more broader audience and more people to the shows. It would definitely attract more attention for the younger kids and the older kids and older adults, because as Destiny or YUMOHJAH said, I forget, but some people haven't trained their dogs to where they can be able to show in shows.
Okay. Now, this question is for all three again. What would you like for people to know about you as a person? Starting off with Victoria.
Okay, so I would like people to know about me that I will never judge anyone by their race, their skin color, beliefs, or religion. I'm actually, if we get into an altercation, it's fine. You move on. If no harm, no foul, and just bring everything to the table, always and every day, always, and just always try your hardest and stuff.
Destiny, with this one.
The same thing Victoria said. I try not to judge anyone. If you don't judge me, I won't judge you. It's just like I'm just like that. And also, if anybody ever needs any help with anything, I'm always open. I'm not someone that keeps to myself. I try to help as many people as possible. I know there are a lot of newbies that really need help doing what they're doing. And when I first started, I did not know anything. And people that came up and helped me, it really makes me want to help more people. And so if anyone ever needs any help, I'm always open. And that's pretty much it.
And YUMOHJAH?
Oh, same thing Destiny and Victoria said. If you have no if you don't have a problem with me, I won't have a problem with you. And yeah, basically, I'm a people person. I don't have any drama. I don't want to have any drama, stuff like that.
Last question. And first of all, before I ask the last question, I really want to thank you three for coming on to give your opinions about the bully world, your dreams, and just letting people know about you. Last question for all three, and this is for you all speaking to the bully community right now. What would you like to say to the bully community about just anything that's on your heart or in your mind right now from what you see and observe throughout your time in the bully world? And if you wanted to give a statement to the bully community, here's your time right now. We'll start off with Victoria with this one.
What I would like to say to the bully community is to pretty much you should start less discrimination, just to come together, welcome people like we always have. But I do see a little discrimination here and there. But I feel like you should treat people the way you want to be treated and just come out with open arms for whoever who needs it, and to start working as a team to fight BSL and all the hate against our dogs and American Pit Bull Terriers and such, and just to keep on doing what we're doing.
Destiny?
What I would like to say to the bully community, to be a winner, you have to be a loser. To take a win, you have to take your lose just as good as you take your win. I see a lot of people that when they lose, they storm out the ring and don't shake each other's hands. And I have done that a couple of times when I've gotten mad at my dog or whatever. But people just need to be more open to the people they're in the ring with, because at the end of the day, we're all just family. And if you watched me show before I walk out the ring, everybody's hands shook. I try my best to be as friendly as possible, and I think more people should be like that. I really don't see many adults shake each other's hands before they walk out the ring, and I really think that should change.
And yourself, YUMOHJAH?
In the bully community, we see a lot of politics, but it's not going to be a show without that. But that's the only thing I got to say to the bully community.
Explain on that. What do you mean by that?
On the politics? Like,
yeah.
you know, like, people, they'll, like, pick, like, they'll, like, say there's, like, a known person or, like, a known dog. Like, it might not win, but it has a very good chance of winning because the judge knows them and things like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you do hear that?
Not all the time. Just sometimes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have a last question because I've seen all three. I checked out some photos of you, Destiny. I've actually seen YUMOHJAH in the ring and Victoria in the ring, and you all dress nicely in the ring. How do you feel when you see adults that you know might not come in professionally dressed in the ring? What's your thoughts on that?
I say you come as you are.
Does it even matter, or is it really about your
like
skills?
If you're it depends. Like if you're really into it, like you'll come nice. Like that's how you know like a person between another person. But come as you are. I'm not going to discriminate you because you didn't dress up. If you like, it has nothing to do with your appearance, but appearance is better. But it's all about the dog and the handler, but appearance doesn't really matter.
Okay. And your thoughts on that, Victoria?
I think that if you can't like come as nice as the other people, don't worry about it. Just come as what you can and just be ready to show and try your hardest. And, like, it doesn't really matter what you wear. It matters on what you bring into the ring and your professional level.
Destiny with this one?
I feel the same way as other two juniors that we were talking to. If you're more comfortable in your everyday clothes, okay, but if you're like me and try to present yourself as best as possible, then that's okay. That's what you roll with. But it's really a personal preference when it comes to dressing. My mama would kill me if I went in the ring not wearing professional attire, I guess you'd say.
I want to say to the bully community, man, I really appreciate these three coming on during the day to really express how they feel because they are the next generation coming up in the bully community, and you really need to take heed to what they say and listen to what they say because they are the future. They actually are the now. Any last shout-outs from starting off with Destiny? Any last shout-outs?
Shout out to all the people that have let me use their dogs through the almost 2 years that I've been showing. Shout out to my parents because my parents back me up 100%, and they pay for just about all the shows I go to and get me to where I need to go. And shout out to all the people that have took me to the shows when I needed a ride. And shout out to the bully community in whole because they welcomed me with open arms when I was just a newbie that didn't know what I was doing.
YUMOHJAH?
Oh, shout out to you, Zev. That's first. You've been there for us, day one. You're the one that got us out there. Everybody asks, every time I go to the show, somebody's like, oh, you're from Zev Pitts Films? And I'd be like, yeah. So shout out to you. Oh, shout out to Bully the Kid. Shout out to the GOAT. Tell Bully the Kid, if you're listening, tell the GOAT that the Hulk Smash is coming for him. Shout out to all the ABKC judges, Pat, Ron Ramos, Ronaldo, Papa Pitt, all the judges. Shout out to all the junior handlers. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Big Dog George Kennel, and yeah.
Victoria?
Shout out to anyone who's ever given me advice, anyone who's ever helped me, if you're listening. Shout out to just ABKC for being there and for trying to get these dogs a better rep and for showing them. Shout out to everyone who has helped someone in the HKC, UKC, any of the other breeds. And shout out to Get Your Own Kennels. You know, that's what I am. Get Your Own Kennels. Anyway, and yeah.
I want to say thank you all for coming on the show today. Thank you so much, and good luck with everything you're doing. And I'm just I can't wait to catch y'all in the ring doing what you're doing.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you
all.
for having us on.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.
I want to thank my junior handlers for coming on today, man. The bully community need to take a step back and listen to the future of the community. And you got a chance to hear from three great junior handlers today. You heard from Destiny Myers, who is currently ranked the number one ABKC junior handler up to this point, with a lot of knowledge and showing in the ring, and you see she has her dreams of becoming a judge with the ABKC. We talked today about bullying and how wrong that is, and how we should not look at a person's skin color, but judge them by their character. We spoke with YUMOHJAH FULMORE. He was the number one ranked junior handler for the ABKC in 2012 and came up second last year. We heard from him to give his opinion and thoughts on the bully world and his opinions on how adults should listen and just be aware of how they're feeling. We heard from Victoria Murphy on her thoughts of the bully community, her dreams of going on to college, and her thoughts on bullying and peer pressure and the things that are out there in the world with drugs and alcohol. So as adults, man, we all need to represent and with standards and integrity, because they're watching. The next generation is watching, and just take heed to what they said today. Not only did we talk about dogs, we talked about life, and with Bully Talk with Zev Pitts, we're going to continue to push the envelope to talk about different issues not only in the bully community but also the world. And I want to thank each and every listener that tuned in today. And I ask if you really enjoyed the show, please share and let others know about it. And we're going to continue to grow the brand more and more. And I thank each and every one that tuned in today. God bless.